We talk about the fatherhood and real life. We talk about the pressure, but we show up, show up. They always say you reap just what you sow up, sow up. So you know we never slow up, slow up. We are the everyday dads, unfiltered. Everyday dads, unfiltered. Everyday dads, unfiltered. Everyday dads, unfiltered. Everyday dads.
We are live. We are live. We are live.
Yes,
All
sir.
right. All right. Welcome everybody to the Everyday Dads Unfiltered podcast, where we talk wins, we talk losses, and we talk everything in between. No perfection, no fluff, just dads trying to make sure they do it right. But today we're talking about endurance. All right. So some men run for fitness, some men run for medals, some men run for therapy. But the real marathon is fatherhood. Some men run because discipline is who they are. My guest today, he's Florida raised like me, sun up with that heat and that humidity. You know how it goes down. He understands what it means to keep going when the air gets heavy. He's an avid runner, not just for sport, but for structure, for clarity, and like I said, for endurance. He's also been in the game now as a dad for 6 years, learning pace, learning patience, and now preparing for an additional blessing, which means the mileage is about to double up because running builds stamina, but raising kids, that builds character. Tonight, we're going to be talking about miles and also some milestones. Please help me welcome my guest tonight, Kenneth Howard. Welcome to the show, big dog.
Hey, man, it's a blessing to be here, bro. I've been waiting for this here, bro. Love the
Yes.
introduction, too, bro. You did that, man.
Hey man, I always tell people I'm a numbers guy, but hey, I try. I can do what I can do when I can do it. Okay.
Listen, man, you did it, bro.
All right. Generally, when I start my show off or start off the pod, I do one of three things. I usually have a segment where I come in like either this or that, where we kind of I have you pick this or that. I usually also start with the mixologist moment from time to time. But knowing you, I didn't think that actually fit the mold for this tonight's episode. But you surprised me and turned it on me. But tonight, what I wanted to do is just a mental health check-in. So just dad to dad, brother to brother. I just wanted to check in with you on a scale of 1 to 10. Just how you feeling, how you doing, how you been. I know we partners and stuff, but we hadn't talked in a while. But I just wanna check in on you, check on your mental. How you doing?
Hey, man, all in all, bro, I'm feeling blessed, bro, to be honest.
Yeah.
Just feeling super blessed. And, I don't want to just say, everything is a 10, but I do feel like every day you're above ground is a 10.
Yeah.
If I had to rate it, though, I'll say I'm right there I'm going to give it about an 8.5. Everything's good, but we can always push it a little more to be, a little, that extra point, a point and a half better. So yeah, that's what I'll say. But definitely
All
feeling
right,
good.
that's good. I can deal with an 8.5. What are some things that's keeping you from being at that 10? Like what would help you, I guess, push you towards that 10?
What will help push me towards that 10? I would say it's funny because earlier, right, you said like this kind of a marathon, right? And that's
Yeah.
the way I kind of feel about that. To be honest, I don't know. I think 10 is something that we strive for within this
Uh-huh.
marathon. That's what I would have to say. So I may never get a 10, right?
Gotcha.
Maybe a 9, a 9.5, and that's not a bad thing. But
Yeah.
when I say that, I just mean that I'm continuously trying to elevate and to go higher. Yeah.
I got you. What are some things that you're using to help you energize yourself or even decompress on the opposite end of the spectrum? So what are some things that you do in your day to day to help you energize or decompress?
Energize and decompress. I say my biggest thing, bro. Um, I love the fitness, so probably
Yeah.
working out and the sauna, man. Been doing this sauna thing lately. Give me a lot of energy.
Hmm.
Just help me to replenish myself after a long day's work,
Yeah.
and just after that stress, man. So I would probably say fitness and the sauna, and then also just honestly, bro, just sitting down watching a movie with the old lady, bro. That's always a good
Yeah.
way to decompress, man.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. Me and the wife went to the movies the other night. Crime
Bruh,
101. You should definitely go see it.
Crown 101
It's a good film. So
for sure.
another show to put on y'all to watch list.
For sure, we'll do it, bro.
Okay,
That's
okay.
needed though, man. That's needed.
Man, I always like to say you've always been a very poised guy ever since I've known you. Very, very humble. We, like I said, we come from a lot of the same ways, but both of us being from Florida.
Right.
But I always like to say that the help needs help too. So I just wanted to take a little time and kind of just check in with you, man. Just tap in. Nothing too deep, but just
Yeah.
check your mental, and just check on you. That's all I wanted to do in that first segment.
Nah, I appreciate that, bro. I feel like a lot of men, period, but definitely black men. I feel like we don't do that enough, to be honest.
Yeah,
And if when we do, it's real, like very like surface level. You feel me?
yeah,
So you taking the time out just to ask that genuine question, you know what I'm saying, mean a lot, and it can go a lot of way. I'm sure for a lot of men, especially again black men, for sure.
1,000%, a
Yeah,
thousand percent. Well, we gonna segue into some of that calmness that, like I said, I've seen from you over the years. And the first question I'm going to ask is, who raised you? All right. So in this segment of the podcast, we talk about just who raised you, your upbringing, and then some of those characteristics of how you were raised, and how you were guided as a child. How do you utilize those tools today as a parent?
for
So
sure.
who raised you?
Love that question, bro. First off, I'm gonna have to give a big shout out to Tallahassee, man. The
Come
850,
on now.
you know what I'm
Come
saying?
on. 850 love. Big Ben all day.
Listen,
Huh?
man, that's first off, bro. I'm gonna say that out the
G-
gate, man.
yeah.
But nah, man. Staying home with my mama, my daddy. You know what I'm saying? Great parents, man. Great parents, bro.
Yeah.
But as folks say, you know what I'm saying? It take a village, man. So it
For
wasn't just
sure.
them alone, man. You know what I'm saying? I had some great aunties along the way. Have some great aunties, grandmas, great grandmas, uncles, man. Like all of them played a big part of raising me. To be honest, bro. I always say like one of my aunties. Shout out my auntie Brand. She was like my
Yeah.
big sister growing up. You know what I'm saying? When I
Yeah.
wasn't home or wasn't with my grandma, I was at her
Hmm.
house around my cousins, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, again, it just take a village, bro. So you know what I'm saying. Shout out to my whole family, to be honest, bro. Um, and that upbringing was, very humble,
Hmm.
very interesting. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying. But it definitely like was those building blocks to get me where I am today, bro.
Yeah.
The things that my parents sacrificed, bro. Didn't have, the most money in the world, you know what I'm saying? Didn't have the quote unquote greatest jobs, you know what I'm saying? But always went out their way to show me
Yeah.
love. I never lacked nothing, right?
Right.
I always, I may not have had everything I wanted, but I had
Yeah.
everything and more that I needed. You feel
Right.
me?
Right.
And that family structure was super strong, bro. Like very tight knit. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Everybody looked out for the kids as if they was their own kids. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And again, that kind of just set me up for where I am now, bro. Those we may not have been going out the country, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Every year we went somewhere, whether that was Jacksonville, whether that was Wild Adventures, Orlando. You know what I'm saying, and that kind of just set in my head like, damn, like I could do whatever it is I want to do, or I can go wherever I wanted to go. And again, big shout out to my mama for always instilling that in me. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't about like where we was at. It was
Yeah.
always about like where you could go, what you could do, and not
Right.
limiting yourself, bro. So yeah,
Right.
that played a huge role in me growing up. To be honest, bro.
Yeah, I think a lot of us grew up in that, kind of community based type of household where you like brother cousins were like brothers
For sure.
or like sisters, or what I'm saying, you might have had, like you said, aunts that were as close as a sister or a brother. But what were some of the things that you saw growing up from your parents that you kind of intentionally lean on now as a parent in your household?
I kind of lean on.
So some things that you
I
some things that you do or repeat that you saw your parents do that you say like, okay, these are some good things that I want to give down to my sons.
Yeah, like I said, so I'm gonna touch on a couple things, but I say the most important is what I just said, man, about my mama, man. She
Yeah.
always instilled that you can do whatever it is you want, and I know that sounds super cliche, like you can do
Right.
anything you want to do, you put your mind to it, but nah, she was like super intentional on drilling that into my head, like. We stayed in the hood growing up, you know what I'm saying? So
Right.
again, it was never about like where you at, but what you can do, what you wanted to do. And she always preached like individuality. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
even though we was in the hood, but going ahead, I did shit that everybody wasn't doing. What
Right.
people may consider like weird. She she influenced me to do that, and I mean things like shit, dyeing your hair when dyeing your hair wasn't cool. Like before,
Yeah.
people was doing all the blonde. Like I was dyeing my hair like blue and green, like wild shit. But she
Yeah.
she
Yeah.
always said, "Listen, man, that's what you want to do that. Like no matter
Yeah.
what nobody else say or how they feel, whatever
Right.
you think is cool is
Yeah.
cool. Then
Yeah.
your authentic self is what makes you cool." And I'm super like tough on Emery about that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like not being the follower, doing the
Yeah.
things that make you happy.
Right.
So that's one of them.
Yeah.
Um, Another thing, one thing that my grandma used to always say, and I can hear her voice saying it right now, was everybody that's smiling in your face ain't your friend. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And my son, he's 6 years old, man, but I stress that to him now. Like, you know what I'm saying? He go to
Right.
school and, oh, I got this friend, I got this friend. And I'm quick to let him listen. No, you go to school with these people. You have classmates. All these people not your friends, though.
Right.
So that's kind of something that I kind of live by. But a lot of things that I grew up around, man, whether good or bad, is instilled in me now. Seeing certain things from, whether that's my uncles or just certain things that, a lot of young black boys are taught by older black men to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That kind of showed me what not to do in certain extents, you know what I'm saying, or certain
Right.
situations. So yeah, man, it's man, my family is I contribute everything to them as far as like where I'm at now and my mindset now, man.
Yeah. The patience that I see in you, is that something that you saw, illustrated, or something that was kind of like help you to heavily influence your characteristics as being like somebody that was very patient? Because like I said, I like you always been cool as Kenny. You know what I'm saying? Ever
Yeah,
since
for
I
sure.
know you, and like you said, it makes sense now. Your mom kind of like leading in early, having you, march to the beat of your own drum. Like you
Yeah,
probably only one of the black friends I know that got gauges in their ears
yeah,
like
for
that.
sure.
So you know
Yeah,
what I'm saying. So
for
so
sure.
stuff like that, like you said. So just marching at your own beat and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But like, is patience that is something that you saw growing up in your household as well? That kind of
So
catered your smooth calmness that you have now.
I want to make come on the gauges, and I want to like I was doing it when it wasn't cool. Like I done had these for
Right.
about 15 years now. Like
Yeah.
before everybody got them, like when it was weird to have that, even that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But no, to answer that question, bro, as far as the patience, I want to answer that two ways. Yes, I did grow up seeing it. My
Hmm.
daddy, between my parents, my daddy, he's the one with the quick tempo or short amount of patience, right? But
Yeah.
my mama was the total opposite, and that's why I feel like kind of opposites connect. But man, or gravitate towards each other. But yeah, I seen that patience from my mama, to be honest, bro,
Okay.
and also just kind of learning from my environment, right? And
Yeah.
seeing where a quick patience or a quick temper lead you. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel
Right.
like I was fortunate enough to like be able to learn from a lot of my partners and my homeboys' mistakes. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Like I got close friends that's doing life right now, or you know what I'm saying, who has been in prison more than they've been out. So I kind of been able to kind of learn from their mistakes and kind of apply
Yeah.
that to my life. You know what I'm saying? And you already know, bro. Like growing up in Florida,
Yeah.
like I
For
mean,
sure.
you can have a quick temper and quick patience, but that's gonna either get you. I don't know if we can cuss on here. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't
Nah,
want to.
do you? Yeah,
I'm
did
gonna
everyday
say,
dads unfiltered, baby. Let it
okay, I'm
fly.
gonna keep it 100. But you know, having that quick temper can either get you fucked up or leave you in prison. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
I done seen both of it happen. So
Yeah.
for me, I'm very intentional on always thinking out every situation, thinking
Yeah.
out before I talk. They always, my parents or my family always taught me, you be quick to listen, but be slow to respond. You know what I'm
Gotcha.
saying? So I try to kind of live by that, man, and that kept me out of a lot of shit, kept me out of jail, kept me just out of a lot of unnecessary situations, bro. But I've always
Yeah.
been that though, from elementary, like I always been that.
I got you. Yeah, man. That's good, man. I can. A lot of people upbringing, you can just asking that simple question, you can kind of see or tap into a little bit of the dimension of how you were raised, because I even see that now. Um, with your son and your family, you all travel. Like you said, you know what I'm
Sure.
saying? I 10 probably don't owe us nothing, because I know
Listen,
we was always up and down and in the car. But like, you know what I'm
yes,
saying,
sir.
you showing those different experiences and stuff, and you know, having that for your son, you know, early, you know, so that's beautiful, man. Because I know y'all just took a dope trip to Japan, so
Bruh,
that was that was cool as hell, you know, to see or whatever. So
bruh.
it's good that you're giving those experiences early, so that you know they can understand that, hey, it's more than just this small little world that we call home here in this space or whatever. So that's good,
Bruh,
man. That's dope.
exactly. And I don't want anywhere in the world to seem far fetched to him. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
I want him to
right,
feel like whatever he wanna go, whatever
yeah,
experience he wanna have in life, like he's
yeah,
open to that and nothing stopping you from doing that but you. You know what I'm saying? Like that's super important to me. Even like you said, that trip, but just also just being intentional on him having his passport. Like I ain't get
yeah,
mine until I was 27. Once
right,
I
right,
got it now, I ain't, you know what I'm saying, I ain't look back. But we,
yeah,
like, he had his shit since he was what, like 4 years old, you know what I'm saying? And
yeah,
that was a thing for us. Like that had to happen.
yeah. That's good, man.
Sure.
Um, Next segment we're gonna get into is called "Say Less, Little One." So this is a segment where we look into how your son teaches you things without saying much. So the first question I'll ask is, what is something that you are personally unlearning quietly, so that your son doesn't display that loudly?
Mm, I like that. I like that. Um, I like that question, bro. And I hope I answer this right.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I want to say a lot of times, as men, right?
Yeah,
Um, Especially in a lot of the communities that we grew up in,
yeah,
you know, we all have ego, right?
yeah,
And I've learned that ego will get you killed. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So thinking thinking we have to have the best thing or the most money or you know what I'm
yeah.
saying, the biggest house, like that's cool. Don't get me wrong, that's cool,
Right.
bro. But my son has taught me to kill the ego, right? Because
Yeah.
your children don't give a fuck about how much money you got, right? Like your
Not at all.
children could care less about
No.
how good you dress or the car you drive. You know what I'm saying? Like the kids, they want that time. You know what I'm saying? They need that one-on-one interaction, bro. So that's one thing that he's taught me to kill the ego. It's not about that, bro. It's about how you can affect the people around you. Most importantly, your children.
Yeah.
That's one thing that he taught me. Another thing that he kind of taught me was, and I feel like I've had it, but he just kind of opened it up and kind of broadened that window.
Uh huh.
Um, and I'm sure probably every dad can relate to this, bro. But like just that curiosity, bro.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like just being curious about everything. You should question everything, man. And I feel like the older we get, you know what I'm saying, the world kind of taints you and 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 have this way of like kind of like sheltering you and almost humbling you, right?
Yeah.
But your child, like, they ain't been tainted by the world, you know what I'm saying? So they got that curiosity. They want to know what
Yeah.
this is. They want to experience that. So like just
Yeah.
kind of bringing that back into my life and my structure, bro. Like being curious about everything, questioning everything.
Yeah.
So that was like two big things I would say that I'm kind of like, I guess, unlearning and relearning and readjusting to right now.
Yeah, it's definitely a different dynamic because in our era of upbringing, you weren't gonna ask too many questions.
Yeah, right,
It was one answer and we done with it. So,
right.
or it wasn't much rebuttal either to what I'm
Oh,
saying, questions that you might have had or whatever. So,
you already know.
um, it's definitely good to see dads, just humans in general, kind of like expanding that and kind of just changing the narrative a little bit about how we're raising our kids and stuff like that. Because,
Yes.
and I say this all the time, my oldest, she again Rhea, her and Emery the same age, so
Yeah, yeah.
she's in that space, she's in that zone. She wants to know everything. Well, what's this? How to
Right.
do that. So it can get annoying at times. I will say that, but it,
Right.
like you said, it is an adjustment. So sometimes I have to bite my pride and be like, okay, because if I shut her off now, then that's setting a precedence for later on. So I
Yeah,
don't
nah,
want to do that.
absolutely,
So,
man. And it's a
right.
beauty in that, bro. Like you know what I'm saying? Like they, again, like the world haven't tainted them, bro. So I like them having that energy. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Yeah. You
So,
you you answered that flawlessly. So you was word.
so
You answered it perfectly.
all right, cool.
What's something that Emory has exposed you to that surprised you?
Man, exposed me to that surprised me. So two things. And the first thing I'm gonna say, is kind of, we again, like that intentionality, right? Like we was kind of
Yeah.
intentional about this, but his love for reading, man.
Okay.
And I know like this day and age, bro, like 2026, 2025, like it's hard to stop a child from being just on electronic, especially that iPad, bro. Like you
Right.
already know, man,
Right.
like that
A thousand
iPad,
percent.
bro.
Yeah.
That's life for them, man. But but like the last couple to a few years, bro, like we really been on, like, my son only looking at the iPad and even TV, to be honest, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
Only on the weekends. And then so through the week, like now, and it's crazy because now we starting to like reap the benefits, right? Like he come in the house, he'll play with toys for a little minute, but
Yeah.
after that, like he automatically go to reading, like he go to picking up a book, and we just see him sitting on the couch just reading, bro. And for
Yeah.
me, like that's a beautiful thing, bro, because
Yeah.
I ain't grow up reading a lot of books. Like now,
Right.
as a full adult husband,
Yeah.
father, now I'm reading.
Yeah.
But I wasn't worried about no books when I was, what I'm saying, elementary school and
Man, if it if
six
it
years
wasn't
old.
accelerated reader, trying to get me
Right,
some accelerated reader points, man. Come on,
bro.
man. Where that ball at? Let go
Listen,
hoop.
bro. Listen, and even with that shit, I was still like, fuck it. At that point, I mean, I'm just keeping it a buck, bro. Like that's where
Yeah.
I was at with it. But man, to see my son, like, man, he, you know, versus going to do something crazy or going to the TV. Don't get me wrong, he asked for the TV now, but
Oh
to
yeah.
actually see him like go and just pick up a book, like we don't tell him, like, you know what I'm saying. He just go out on his own, like, bro. That's kind of everything for me, bro. So
Yeah.
between that and thing that surprised me is this Spanish, man. So um at his school, like they do like the Spanish thing or whatever. So half the day they in
Yeah.
English, the other half
Yeah.
of the day like they doing Spanish, man. And the way he been able to, and so we only been here in Delaware maybe, well, we've been here like 3 months. So he been in school maybe 2 months. Man, and
Yeah.
the way he didn't like picked up on his Spanish like so quick, bro. Like he come home teaching me words, man, like that, bro. Like, and that's something I always
Okay.
wanted to do. Like, I always want to learn another language, but to see
Yeah.
him, and that's my mind saying that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
seeing him like picking up on like picking up on the words, just gravitating towards it, like, bruh, and striving, like that kind of surprised me, man. Not to say that I didn't think he could do it, but just
Yeah,
his age and you know what I'm
yeah.
saying, like just how seamlessly he kind of going through it, bro. Like that kind of surprised
Yeah, Uncle Shaq, I have to test him out the next time I
me.
see him.
Listen, he ready.
We'll speak a little rare because she's also taking up Spanish as well. So
Okay, love that,
yeah,
bro.
but they not doing a that's dope. They're doing a half and half thing because
Bro,
like
half a
that's an
day.
actual after school program for her that we gotta
Okay,
like pay for and stuff or whatever.
okay.
So that's actually really dope that they are kind of splitting it up that way and giving them that early.
Nah, it's super cool, bro. And I ain't gonna lie, man. Like me, I was kind of nervous at first because it's one thing to, for one, like to be in a different state, to be in a different school, and
Uh
then
huh.
you trying to learn a different language. Like it overwhelmed me when they told me that, that was something that they could do. But
Right.
we still jumped on it and kind of threw him in there, bro. And he been kind of striving, bro. But yeah, like they have like everything, and they don't hardly speak like no English. Like everything is Spanish for that half a
Oh,
day,
that's
bro.
dope.
So I've
That's
been
dope.
feeling it, bro, and we can, what I'm saying, we see the benefits of it.
Like I said, like you said, blank canvas. They're blank canvases right now. So you definitely want to start with them early. That's why, even though we gotta pay for it, it's not just a benefit of the school that she goes to, but you know, hey, I rather start
Right,
them early and just expose them to it. If she like it, she like it. She don't, she don't.
right,
But at least what I'm saying, we put you in front of it. You know what I'm saying?
right,
So
right. And I
yeah,
feel like
that's
this
the main
age,
thing.
at their age, bro, like it's gonna stick too, bro. Like
Yeah,
they taking
yeah,
stuff like that, bro. Like it's gonna stick, man. Whether she
yeah.
like it or not, like they gonna have that knowledge, bro.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Now, last question in this segment. What's something that your child taught you about yourself that nobody else kind of warned you about or gave you any preparation for? What's something that your child taught you about yourself that you hadn't prepared for?
Taught me about myself that I haven't prepared myself for. That's a good question, bro. What has he taught me about myself?
Hmm.
Might take a minute to answer that. That's a great question, bro.
Hey, take your time, baby.
What has he taught me about myself?
Take your time.
Um,
She trying to.
well, I would say one thing that he probably taught me, man,
Hmm.
about myself is I would say maybe a different type of love, bro. And what
Okay.
I mean by that is, I feel like with kids, bro, like the best way to kind of teach them or to lead them is through examples, right?
Hmm.
Um, and of course, like knowing I love his mom, you know what I'm saying? Been rocking with her, a good, met her in '07. So, what I'm
Yeah.
saying, coming up on 20 years, bro. Of course, I'm in love with her, but um, I try my best, bro, to like lead with by example. So,
Yeah.
maybe, yeah, maybe him just teaching me a different way to love, man, because I feel like his first experience with that or witnessing love, I
Hmm.
feel like should come from the home. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And him visibly seeing the way that I love on his mama. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, man, maybe just that different type of love, bro. I want him to see this while he young, so then when he older, he know okay, this is what I grew up seeing my mom and my daddy do. This is how you do it. This is how
Right.
you show your love to your woman. This is how you show up for your woman.
Yeah.
This is how you know what I'm saying. So that's what I would
Yeah.
say, man. Maybe just yeah, that different type of love, bro. And
No,
again,
I can respect that because and I kind of allude to this a lot of times. Like with my parents, man, I knew wholeheartedly that my mom loved me, like my mom and even my dad, but they
yeah,
weren't big or vocal or verbal about the "I love you" portion. So you know what I'm saying? Like I understood it, but like you said, like with my kids. it's a totally different dynamic. It's somebody who I'm responsible for, and I have to kind of step outside of myself in order to like demonstrate that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That like you said, that different type of love
Mm-hmm.
that I won't see with like a significant other, because this person is a little bit more precious. This person needs a little bit more molding,
Yeah.
and this person needs a little bit more patience. So my
Right.
love for that person definitely is altered, which are eternally our kids at
Yeah.
the end of the day.
And I like what you said too, like the saying that part.
Yeah,
Especially man between, and don't get me wrong, like my mama, like super big on that. Like always told me like she loved me, like she made it her business to
yeah,
like verbally say that to me. And my dad, like I know he do love me, and he says it now that I'm older, like he says it. But like growing up, I know, and this not no shade thing or nothing like that, because my dad is somebody who always showed his love to me. Like he showed it to me, whether he was
yeah,
verbally saying it, he always made it his business to show me. But
yeah.
with both of those experiences, like it's always on my brain. Like I tell my son I love him every day. You know what I'm saying? I want him to hear that from a man. So
Yeah,
he'll know like early on it's okay to say this. You know what
hey,
I'm saying? It's not
I love it.
a thing that you should shy away from, or it don't make you soft, or it don't make you weak. Like you're gonna hear
Right,
this from me first. You're gonna hear this from your mama first. So you don't have
right,
to go out there looking for that. You know what I'm saying? Because you got a foundation that's built and based off of that.
right.
Yeah.
I respect that. I receive that. I receive that.
Yeah,
And
man.
and take note. Next segment, real ones know. All right.
Real
So
ones
in
know.
this segment, we gonna talk about how you bring home the bacon. Okay.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna tap into that side a little bit. You're an oral surgeon. Okay. When I knew you, you was a fitness guy. You a fitness trainer and
For
doing
sure.
all that stuff.
For sure.
What is something about oral surgery that we don't know, or what got you interested? First question I say, what got you interested in the space, in the oral surgeon
Okay.
space?
Okay. So first off, so I'm gonna say, so I'm just gonna correct that because I don't want to take away from these people who has went to this vigorous schooling and education. So I
Okay,
work with the oral surgery team. I'm not the oral surgeon, but I'm
okay,
there
okay,
with
okay.
them every day. I work hand in
I got
hand
you.
with the oral surgeon. That's what I will say, right? So that's the first thing. And to piggyback off that, like what kind of got me into it. So man, as you know, bro, like growing up in these certain spaces and places, bro, like a lot of our parents ain't have insurance, bro.
Right.
So me, I didn't grow up going to the dentist, man. A lot of these people tell me, I've been going to the dentist since here, and that
Yeah.
wasn't my experience. That wasn't my reality, bro. So me just keeping that blood raw, bro. Like I ain't go to the dentist. My first time ever going to the dentist in my life, bro. I was 19 years old, bro.
Yeah.
And that was because I had wisdom teeth growing in, and it had to be extracted.
Right.
So from there, at 19 years old, my first time ever going to the dentist, had never had a cleaning or nothing. Only God, I say God, shout out to God because He was with me. I ain't had no cavities, no nothing. My teeth was healthy.
That's
Listen,
that's
that's
crazy, bro. Cause like I was gonna say, you got great teeth, bro. You know what I'm saying?
bruh.
I ain't
Nah,
hitting on you or nothing, bro. But you got you got
bruh.
great teeth, dog. So that is
Nah,
for sure, God. Cause look at
nah.
here, that's
Listen,
crazy.
nah, I
That's
appreciate
wild.
it, bro. That listen, only by the grace of God, bro. But went in, man, had no cavities or nothing. But yeah, that was the first time I ever went in, got my wisdom tooth extracted. But from there, I kind of just learned how important it really was, bro. And again, it wasn't just me, bro. Like me, everybody that I grew up around wasn't going to the dentist either because they just didn't
Yeah.
have the means to do it, bro. And then again, like your parents can only teach you what they know. Like my mom and
Yeah.
my dad didn't grow up going to the dentist, bro. So they didn't know. Honestly, they
Right.
just didn't know the importance of it, bro.
Yeah.
So me going that first time, that kind of set the standard. Like, okay, this what's going on. And I still didn't get a cleaning until a couple of years later. I still, even going in at 19, I didn't understand that you
Yeah.
supposed to routinely get cleanings, bro. So my
Yeah.
first time going in to get a cleaning, seeing what that felt like, I was like, okay, I kind of like this. Um, shout out to the dental hygienist, man. I have to shout out Chris in Atlanta,
Uh-huh.
man.
Okay.
That wasn't the first one, the first cleaning I got, but one of the first. But seeing him, man, he knows exactly what I'm talking about, man. But seeing him as black man in Atlanta,
Yeah.
tattoos, you know what I'm saying? And this was I have to shout them out again, but Campbell Dental Group, man,
Yeah.
all black staff. Like the dentists were black, the hygienist was black, all the
Yeah.
assistant was black, and that's my,
Yeah.
I'm saying this, I'm looking around, I'm like, damn, like, I'm kind of, I'm just feeling the vibe, the atmosphere, bro.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
talking to Buddy, he just kind of put me on game, like how important it is, man, like that mouth body connection. Like a lot of people don't understand, man, like things that start off in your mouth, whether that's a cavity, it goes to
Yeah.
infection, man. Like you could die from that shit, man. Like
Yeah.
so that
Yeah.
mouth body connection is super real. So just that first time going in, getting that cleaning, bro, that kind of set the standard for me, set the tone. Understood how important it was. Understood that it is people that look like me within this field, and that just kind of
Mhm.
set my mind to going. Had a long conversation with him. We exchanged numbers. I'm like, damn, man, this kind of something I kind of want to get into, bro.
Yeah.
Just to be able to give that knowledge or that education back to environments or communities that have the lack of knowledge, bro. Like a lot of people just don't have dental knowledge, bro. So that's what
Yeah.
kind of drew me on. Like my lack thereof is what drew
Hmm.
me into it. So from there, I was like, man, let me get into this, kind of teach other people, just how important it is. Went through the program, had 1 day of like oral surgery where the surgeon
Yeah.
come in, he do the procedure. The first
Hmm.
procedure I ever seen was a full mouth extraction. From then,
Wow.
I was hooked. Got out my program, didn't do no general dentistry. Went straight to oral surgery, and man, I've been loving it, bro. Like to be honest,
Yeah.
bro. Like I never had a job or worked at something that I loved or I
Yeah.
genuinely like, man. And I can
Yeah.
honestly say, bro, like that's my thing, bro. Love helping extract teeth. Love
Yeah.
giving people implants, man. Just helping them feel better.
Yeah.
Get rid of infection, man. So it's really been like a dream, bro. Like I never thought like growing up in Tallahassee, doing the things that I was doing at the time, man, that I would be working hand in hand with a surgeon, man, taking out teeth and you know what I'm saying, making people smile and teaching
Yeah.
them, dental health, bro. So it's been a game changer for me, bro. To be honest.
That's pretty dope, man. And you said like in intense schooling. I guess what does that look like for an oral surgeon? Like, what does that
Oh,
scholastic
oh,
career look like?
man, you got years of training, man.
Yeah.
You have to do a residency where you work in you working in the hospital, you working you doing traumas, man. That's like 8+ years of schooling, man. So you know what I'm
Okay.
saying. That's why I had to correct that. Like I didn't do
Yeah.
that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But nah, it's like grueling, bro. Like you have to go through some shit. You have to see some shit, man, to earn that title, bro. But
Hey,
it's
man,
real.
I'm gonna say this, man. I had another guest on a couple pods ago, and it was my cousin actually, and I call him an aspiring actor because I feel like he's still on the come up, but he corrected me, and he said like, no, 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 I'm an actor. So I'm a
For sure.
reciprocate that, and I'm gonna correct you, man. You're an oral surgeon, bro.
Hey,
Okay, you
listen,
an
hey, I
oral surgeon,
receive it,
bro.
bro.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
receive it,
yeah.
brother.
For what you heard, you're an oral surgeon, bro.
Hey,
You in the midst of it, you're an oral surgeon,
for
bro. Hey,
sure, man.
yeah.
I
So,
accept it.
but that's pretty dope, man. That's pretty dope. Like it is one of the cool things too about this pod, man, is I like to find out about people's careers and stuff and what they do in the
Yeah.
day to day. So that's a cool thing as well to, what I'm saying, kind of see what you do. How do you protect your with that extensive type of profession, how do you protect your energy at home after you've kind of had an excruciating day in this type of vigorous field when it comes to the dental industry?
Man, to be honest, bro, and not just with the industry that I am, bro, or that I'm
Hmm.
in. I feel like this is important, like across the board, man.
Yeah,
And given if you're able to do that, I understand some careers like you can't do what I'm about to say, but I feel
yeah,
like it's super important, bro, to leave work at work.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Then when you get home, let that be home. And
Yeah.
that's not to say
Yeah.
I don't talk to my wife. I'm gonna say Athena because you know her. So,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
feel like I'm not gonna say I don't talk to her about it. I bring it up. I may
Yeah.
talk about a couple treatments or surgeries that we had today, a couple
Right.
crazy
Right.
things that happened.
Yeah.
Certain crazy shit that I seen for the day. And
Yeah.
we kind of leave it at that, bro. But I try
Gotcha.
my best, bro, not to bring work home, bro, because that can make your home toxic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I always like to kind of differentiate between the two, bro. I keep
Man,
it simple, bro.
I tell you a funny story, man. And I learned that very, very early. So, I've been in manufacturing my entire career. And when I first started out at Chrysler, coming out of school, my apartment was so close to the plant
Yeah,
that everybody gets like walkie talkies because that's how we communicate in the plant. And my my apartment was so close. If I put my walkie on the charger and forgot to cut it off, it would ring off. Man, it would be at times where I would be in there like they would be needing something and
yeah,
I'm on the phone like calling it out. And that was and that was one of the things that Renice was like, "Hey, bro, you got to leave work at work
yeah, man.
and like be at home, be in the present at home, like when you here." And man, when I tell you, I have a very demanding career, just like I know you do. But like, man, when I cut it off, it's off, dog.
Yeah,
Like it ain't, yeah, it ain't no coming back from it. But like you said, you definitely need that decompress so that you can kind of give your all to your family and stuff like that. So
you have to,
that's good.
man.
That's good. That's good to hear. Other dads say, and people that are just going through the cycles of life or whatever.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Nah, bro, you gotta do that, man. You can't bring. Sometimes work be toxic, bro. Like you can't bring that shit home, man. Like it's
Yeah.
okay to
Yeah.
talk about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Laugh at it, man. But
Yeah.
after that, man, because I mean, I look at it like this, bro. Like um, even though this is something that I enjoy, this is something that I love, man.
Yeah.
My family gonna be here way longer than this career is. You know what I'm saying? They gonna be here, when I can't work. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? When I can't do these things, when I physically can't, just give what I have to that man. So
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Like you gotta give them that energy. You have to give them that grace and I would even just say respect, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, like that's important for me, bro. That's really
Okay. All
important.
right. Cool. Cool. Well, all right, man. We gonna get into the next segment. Oh, you gave a shout out to the Atlanta team. You want to give a shout out to your team out there in DC?
Yeah, nah, for sure, man.
Come on, man.
I have to give a shout out to PA Surgery Group. I have to give a shout out to them, man. And
Come on.
also in Portland, man, because we just moved a few months back, man. I have to give a shout out to Pacific Dental Services as well as
Yeah.
Skyline Oral Surgery, man. Y'all taught me a lot, and y'all got me here where I'm at, bro. So shout out to y'all, man. Y'all the real MVPs for sure.
And go brush your teeth,
But listen,
everybody.
man, it's important,
Okay.
bro.
Go brush
And don't
them.
just brush, man.
Come
Floss,
on.
man.
Floss
Floss,
too.
please, bro.
Okay.
Yes, sir, man. To
Do all of that.
save you a lot of trouble down the line, bro. You can literally die from these things. So take care of your oral health, man. Your oral hygiene, bro.
Um, I told you I had before we kind of got on. I told you I had a segment for you. The next segment is tucked in and turned up. All right, this a part of the pod where we put the kids to bed and we turn up a little bit. We just kind of have barbershop talk.
Let's do it,
But
bro.
my dog is not only a oral surgeon assistant, but what I'm gonna say, if y'all kind of heard from the intro, my dog is he's an avid runner. I'm gonna call him a
Yes.
professional runner. Okay, at this point in
Professional
time,
running.
cause me and that boy did what was it, a 5K tough
Yeah.
mudder.
Yeah, yeah,
Man,
yeah.
this, this boy ran the first 2 miles. I say, "Cuz, you got you got to slow down for me, okay?"
Yes, sir.
But hey, he a professional runner, and he ain't
Yeah,
gonna talk
man.
me off that ledge,
For sure.
okay? So he can say what he want to, but that's just is what it is.
Hey,
All
I'll
right.
take it, bro.
But tonight we gonna switch it up a little bit. Have it question right here. Have you ever run a marathon?
So so this is what I'll say. I have not ran a marathon
Oh,
yet.
perfect.
Um,
Perfect.
I have done a few half marathons, and
Uh-huh.
I have did the Hood to Coast in Portland, which is the biggest relay in the country. I want to say
Okay.
world, but I know for sure country. It's like 190. I think 96 miles where you literally run from Mount Hood, the mountain, all the way
Yeah.
to the to the coast. So the biggest relay in the country. I did that for sure.
Professional runner. I told y'all. See,
Listen,
there
man.
it is. See, so good. You didn't run a marathon.
Nah.
See, so tonight in the tucked in the turned up segment, you gonna run the dad marathon.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So let me explain here. All right. So tonight, because fatherhood is in a sprint. All right, we're gonna run the marathon,
Hey, cool.
26.2 miles. Okay,
Okay.
of showing up. All right,
All right.
especially when nobody is cheering.
Yeah.
Okay, so in this segment, what we're gonna do is at each of these miles within the marathon, we're not gonna go, all 26, but at each of these miles, I'm gonna give you some questions, and you are gonna tell me what fuels you at that particular mile. And your answers can only be patience, discipline, faith, or humor.
Patience, discipline,
Discipline,
faith,
faith,
and humor.
or humor. All right. So every time we get there, I'm gonna ask you because I know that that's a lot to try to remember in the mix.
Okay.
But every mile that we get to in the dad marathon,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say what's fueling you at this particular mile. All right.
Okay.
All right.
Faith,
Cool.
discipline, humor, and what's the last one?
And patience.
Okay. All right.
All right. Okay. All right. So you ready to run?
Let's run it, bro.
Let's run it. All right, cool. All right, mile one. Okay. All
Okay.
right, mile number one. You found out you were going to be a dad. What emotion hits you first? Is it your patience, your discipline, your faith, or is it humor to you?
I would have to say faith, bro.
Okay.
I would have to say faith. Do I need to elaborate, or we just gonna keep it like
You
surface?
can elaborate if you like.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would have to say faith, bro. And I say faith because, man, it almost was that feeling like when I found out or when I decided or confirmed that I was going to be a husband.
Okay.
It's just like, man, I always I knew I always wanted to be a dad, right?
Yeah.
But it's so much bigger than just those three letters, bro. It's showing up every day.
Yeah.
It's being resilient. It's
Uh-huh.
putting your best foot forward. Is being able to be disciplined. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In order to show him the right way. So yeah,
Yep.
I would say faith though.
All right. Cool. Mile number three. Balancing work stress plus home life. What are you using to fuel yourself? Patience, discipline, faith, or humor?
I say it's a few. I don't know. I could say almost any one of them, but
Hey, you might need multiple.
I would say it's probably discipline. But that discipline, I can't say discipline without saying patience, right? So I have to
Okay.
be disciplined in order to keep work and home. But you also have to have the patience to have that discipline. So
Okay.
that's how I would answer that.
All right. Mile number five. A sleepless night because of a baby is crying, up and crying. What do you use? Patience, discipline, faith, or humor?
And that's faith. That's all God there, bro. 'Cause them nights, bro. Them nights, bro. That's all God, bro. Like, bro, that shit be real, bro. Like, I definitely remember, bro. Them sleepless nights, and at the time, man, I was doing
Oh
like
man.
undercover security and shit, man. So like coming home, I mean,
Yeah.
going to work like half
Yeah.
sleep, man, and having to stop people and damn near fight and knock somebody ass out at work. Like, man, that's all, bro. That man, listen,
Yeah.
bro. That's all faith, bro.
Okay.
Nothing
All
but
right.
God.
All right. Mile number eight. We have
Yeah.
mile eight. A toddler tantrum in public. What are you using to fuel yourself? Patience, discipline, faith, or humor?
Shit, man. Ooh, Lord.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
have
That
to
mile eight getting a little tough on them
get
legs, I
tough,
see.
bro. Man, I would have to say I, I'm gonna categorize that as discipline
Uh-huh.
because for one, for one, we ain't doing no tantrum. We ain't doing nan tantrum in public. We ain't finna do nan one. So discipline is like I hear my mama in the back of my head. She told me at a very young age, bro, wherever you act out at, that's where I'm gonna get that ass at. And I carry that
Yeah.
with me wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
Wherever you act up at, and that go for my
Yeah.
son, and that come from a motherfucker on the street. Like wherever you get me wrong, that's where I'm finna get you right at. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to say discipline on that
Okay. All right.
one. Yeah.
Mile number 10. First day of kindergarten.
First ed
What
kindergarten.
patience, discipline, faith, or humor?
I'm gonna have to say faith, man. I'm gonna have to go with
Okay.
faith, bro, because
Okay.
man, that first day of kindergarten, bro, I was like, damn, like man, this my little
Yeah.
boy, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm physically, I'm emotionally letting his hand go. You know what I'm saying? To somebody else care. You know what I'm saying? He a quote unquote big boy now.
Yeah.
So man, I had to just rely on faith, man. Like I ain't wanna, you know what I'm saying? I'm still looking at him as he walk away, making sure he good, thinking about him that whole day. So yeah, that was God that was with me that day, bro. I have to say faith.
All right. This is the last question where I give you all four options, and the other questions are going to be open ended. You're at mile 13.1. Potty training. What are you
Potty
using?
training.
Patience, discipline, faith, or just humor?
Oh, that's easier, bro. I have to say patience, patience. Because
Okay.
I mean, you know what I'm saying. He ain't gonna get it on the first go around. Well, I will say I was fortunate enough that mine caught on pretty quick to that.
Hmm.
But yeah, just patience, bro. That's all it take, man. You know what I'm saying. Just allowing him or allowing them to have that time to just figure it out, bro. Understand what's going on.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Next. Now these are, like I said, open ended here.
All right.
We're at mile 15. What
15.
kind of man did fatherhood force you to become?
The greatest. The greatest, and I'm still trying to achieve that, bro.
Yeah.
For fatherhood again, like I want to be the greatest father, and I don't mean um, obtaining the most, right,
Yeah.
or having the most tangible things, but
Yeah.
showing up for him. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Making sure he understand that, giving him the best example of a black man. Again, that doesn't come down to money or what you have, bro, but
Yeah.
standing on business when it comes to him, standing on
Yeah.
business when it comes to yourself, and standing on business when it comes to being a family man and just a husband, bro, and being the greatest example of a man that you can show your seed.
Okay. We're at mile 18.
Chicken real 18.
What has been the hardest mile for you as a dad?
Hardest mile for me as a dad. Ooh, I have to say the hardest mile, bro, I would say is understanding that you don't have to be perfect, right?
Yeah.
And to elaborate a little bit more on that, you know, at the beginning you think like I have to be. At the beginning you think you have to be somebody that you're not,
Right.
but as you get into it, your child teaches you, and that experience with your child teaches you that being the greatest you
Yeah.
is what you have to be and what you need to be for your child.
I like it. I like it. Mile 22. Family expansion.
Family
Okay.
expansion.
What how do you handle family expansion? What changes this time? Are you more calm? Are you more aware? Is it more responsibility? How do you adapt with your family expansion?
It's more everything. It's more money that got to be kicked out. It's
Yeah.
more understanding.
Yeah.
It's more patience. Um, it's even more faith. Um, so I just got baptized like maybe I think like 2 weeks ago. I went home and
Mm-hmm.
I got baptized.
Okay.
Um, so I feel like and I said that to say like it's more that goes back kind of like into the faith thing. Like it's just more spirituality. Just me being more present, man, for
Yeah.
my seeds, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it's about for me.
Excuse me. 26.2 miles. We're at the finish line. When your kids are grown, how do you want to be remembered for running your race?
Mm, damn, bro, I like that, man. I kind of want to
Yeah.
take a little second to answer that, man.
Take your time, baby.
And ask it again. Ask it again.
When your kids are grown, how do you want to be remembered for running your race?
I want to be remembered as Daddy never quit. Daddy was authentic.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Daddy loved us. Um, Daddy, Daddy did what he did the best he could to make sure we was in the best place that we could be.
Yeah.
Daddy loved mommy. Daddy showed us and told us. He expressed to us what love is. Daddy expressed to us the importance of standing on your word and being authentic to yourself. Because if you ain't authentic to yourself, then it's impossible to be authentic to other people.
Absolutely.
That's how I want to be remembered by my children.
Amen, brother. Hey,
So,
congratulations to running your first marathon.
yes, sir. Thank you,
I
man.
see.
Yes,
Hey,
sir. I
see
love
that?
that.
See that?
I love
See
that,
that?
bro. And
See,
I
I told you I had something for you, didn't I?
for sure, man.
I told you I had something for you. All right, man. So we gonna close out here. One thing that I always like to do is I like to give dad gems, and that can be for somebody who's a boy dad who's expecting other kids, who's married, whatever that gem may be. It could be funny, it could be serious. You've been giving game all the entire episode. But what's a gem that you want to get a dads out there that they can take home and potentially use it in their everyday life?
So I say, bro, is well. First off, before I even say that, bro, I want to say, man, shout out to you, bro, and your platform, bro. Bro, you got three
I
little
appreciate
ones, bro. It take
it.
a
Yeah,
certain kind of man, you know what I'm saying, to be
for
in that
sure, man.
space and
Hey,
strive in that space and make it look good, bro. And you definitely doing that, bro. So shout out to you, bro. And you from around the way, bro. So
come on,
that's just
come on,
everything, bro. You know what I'm saying? You right up the road, bro. So shout out to
come on.
you, bro, for
Come
having
on,
this space
850,
for us.
850 stand up, man.
Yes,
I
sir.
receive that. I definitely receive those flowers, man. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir,
Like I say, I make it look good for to y'all, but boy, I take it on the chin in private.
bro. Hey, bro, you do it, bro. You making it look real
Ooh,
good,
boy,
brother.
they be on my ass. Okay,
Hey, bro, stay on the job, bro. Just keep doing you, brother.
for sure, for sure.
So man, it's so many gems you can give, bro. But I say, man, the one I want to leave, bro, and I feel like what's most important, bro,
Yeah,
is understand, bro, as a father, dog. And I kind of touched on this earlier, bro, but I just want to stress it, bro, and emphasize it that, man, as a father, bro, your greatest thing or the commodity that you can give to your child, bruh, is
yeah,
time and being there, bruh. Like we get
yeah,
so caught up in, I gotta have the most money, I gotta have the best ride, I gotta, you know what I'm saying? I gotta do this, I got, bruh. You don't though. Like
yeah,
the greatest thing that you can give your child, bruh, is actually being there for them, bruh, because time is the one thing that you can't get back, bruh. Like I look at a lot of different podcasts and interviews, bro, and
yeah,
it be people on there that's popping or that are millionaires, bro. And the one thing that they all have in common, or I hear them say, is that I wish I had the time. I don't have the
time.
time for my child,
Yeah,
bro. So
yeah,
that's the greatest asset that you can give to your child, bro, is just being there, actually raising them. Not like anybody can make a baby, bro, but being a
Yeah.
dad,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like being a father is
Yeah.
is a little different from being a sperm donor or a dad, bro. Like we are fathers, you know what I'm saying? Like we are present.
For sure.
We are showing up for our children. We showing up for our wife, and we setting examples. You know what I'm saying? That they're gonna be able to look back on when they get
Yeah.
older and say, "Damn, this was my foundation. This is what I saw, bro." And you may not can see the benefits of it now, but
Yeah.
man, when they get older, bro, like they gonna remember this shit, bro, and they gonna apply that to their life, bro. So that's what I would say. That's the biggest gem I can give you, bro. Like, and don't be so quick to just get tricked off the street, bro. And you know what I'm saying?
Come
Like
on.
that people trick you out your position, bro. Whether that be other, let's keep it a buck, bro. Whether that be other women, whether that be somebody who make you want to do something to them, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't let
Yeah.
people trick you out your position, bro. Stay level headed. Think about the shit that you do, bro, so you can be here for your child, especially these black babies out here, bro.
For
You
sure.
and I both know that we already born with two fucking strikes over our head, bro. So the greatest
Yeah.
thing that we can give our children and our child, bro, is our presence and our time, bro. And that's the gem that I want to give, bro.
Hey man, free game. Okay? Free fucking game.
For
All
sure,
right.
bro.
Y'all better take that and receive it. And I
Please do.
always like to follow the dad gym with a gym of my own, the way, and I have to write mine down, Kenny.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, brother.
I ain't spontaneous like you, bro.
Hey, they say when you write it down, it's real, bro. So, shit.
The way you manage your pressure teaches your kids how to manage theirs. All right, so that's my dad, Jim, man.
Love that.
And like you said, it starts with that patience. It starts with building those standard structures inside of your kids. And like you said, that time base, man, that means everything. So
Definitely.
just having them see that consistency
Yes.
is also going to help them manage themselves and how they control their emotions and their temperatures. But like you said, just being present enough to even do that is what's gonna speak volumes, man.
Absolutely, bro.
Hey man, this been one of them ones, man.
Hey,
Okay,
bro.
I really enjoyed this part. Like I said, this from one of my dogs from up the way.
Yes, sir, man.
We've been knowing each other a long time,
Yes,
man.
sir.
But you don't have to win the marathon in the first round, in the first mile, but you just got to stay consistent with it, man. So, man,
Absolutely.
shout out to you, man. Shout out to your family, and thank you for definitely blessing me with your time today, dog.
Hey, the same, bro. I loved it, bro. I love the conversation, bro. Much needed,
Yeah,
bro. Like I'm gonna be honest, bro. Like I don't even want this shit to end, bro. Good conversation, bro. Like just
yeah,
man, just good exchange, bro. Good energy, dog. Again, man, love what you're doing, bro. Shout out to you, bro. Love to see what you're doing with your family, bro. Like I'm listen, man. I'm Uncle Kenny, bro. You know I'm right here, whatever.
for
Bro,
sure.
keep doing your thing, bro. Keep showing up, keep taking care of them babies, bro. Thank you for having me in the space and the platform, brother.
I appreciate that, bro.
Yes,
This
sir.
has been the Everyday Dads Unfiltered podcast, and again, I'm here with my guest, Mr. Kenny Howard. Man, blessings,
Yes, sir.
and we'll catch
Blessings,
y'all
brother.
on the next one, baby.
Hey,
Peace.
man. All right, man.
And we done. All right, bro.